So you just brought home your puppy, congratulations, but what do you do next? I got this puppy a few hours ago, and the first things that I'm doing with her are anytime she's out of her crate, she is on leash. That leash could be in my hand or it could be dragging depending on what she's thinking and also what I have around me. And I just want her to learn to explore. I always have their kibble, their daily amount, in a treat pouch. I typically have a treat pouch that lives with my puppy. If I go to take her out of the crate, before I even do that, it's sitting on top of her crate. I put it on, it's got her daily amount of food. I bring her out, and then I have that to be able to reward her at any point that I want. I like to train all my puppies with their daily kibble. I don't use treats. Most of the time, if you start this from a young age, the dogs understand what's expected out of them. They understand that they're going to be able to get paid for various things that they do in their life. It's going to give me the opportunity to truly mark what I like that my puppy's doing. Crate training. Welcome. Welcome to some sleepless nights. Welcome to cleaning up dirty crates. It will get easier, especially if you stay diligent and it just becomes a life lesson that your dog is doing throughout the days. So any of you guys that get a dog and you've had it for a week, 2 weeks, even 3 weeks, know that potty training is a journey. Crate training is a journey. It's not something that happens overnight. Sometimes you're lucky and you just get that perfect puppy that just takes to it really easy, but most of the time you're gonna deal with some sleepless nights and you're gonna deal with some soiled crates, and it's just part of it. So for me, I just picked up this puppy about 3 hours ago. I had her on leash, I let her walk around, and then once she's tired herself out a little bit, I just picked her up and just physically put her in the crate. My crate right now, until she shows me that she can be calm in it, is in the calmest part of my place. So it's in the downstairs bathroom that we don't actively use. So I can shut the door. She's not seeing me or the dogs walking back and forth. It's total quiet as best as I can when she's in there. That allows for me to ignore her crying. And I want to repeatedly throughout the day, letting her out randomly when she's calm or when she's making noise and I think she needs to go to the bathroom. So I've had her for about 3 hours. I let her walk around. I then put her in. I dealt with some of the other dogs. Maybe 30 minutes went by. She stopped making noise. I let her out. I took her back out. She was out for about 5 minutes. Give her an opportunity to go to the bathroom, then back in the crates. Again, 30 to 45 minutes to an hour. I don't have a time limit that I'm watching to know if I take her out. I'm doing it depending on what I'm doing and what I have going on, and also if she's being calm. The more times that I can allow for her to come out when she's calm, the more I'm going to start marking that that's the behavior I'm looking for in the crate. And as long as she's calm, she's going to be able to come out. A lot of people think that crate needs to be something that's used very sparingly until the puppy gets used to it. I disagree with that. It is a life skill that my puppies learned immediately once they come into my hands. I don't want them to be in there for a long period of time. I want them to be in there for short spurts throughout the day. So those short spurts depend on if she's calm and also what I'm doing with my day. If I'm doing dishes, if I'm cleaning the house, if I go take a shower, if I'm wanting a break, anytime that I'm in a position where I do not want to watch her, she's spending time in that crate. Now, while we're crate training, we are also potty training. So we need to think about, when was the last time she ate? When's the last time she drank? When's the last time she ran around and was crazy? All of those things are going to tell me that she probably needs to use the bathroom sooner than later after those activities happen. So if I let her drink a bunch of water, I want to be aware of how much water she has. So for my puppies, they don't have total free access to water. I want to give them as many opportunities to drink, but I'm not letting them just gorge themselves in water. I'm allowing them to get a good solid drink and then moving them away. If they do have a long period of time where they are drinking a lot of water, I need to put that in my brain and know that she's going to need to go to the bathroom 2 or 3 times within this hour to empty herself. So that is something that I'm going to know and maybe let her out more often after I've known she's eaten or she's drinking a lot. During tonight, this will be my first night with her. I don't know if she's spent any nights or days in the crate, so I'm going to be very aware of if I hear any noise coming from her in the night. I do want to take her whining as a warning to me that she does need to go to the bathroom, and I want that to matter to her. Now we have to start knowing our dog and knowing the specific whines, because there's a whine and cry when she just wants to be out and she doesn't want to be alone, and there's a whine and a cry when she needs to go to the bathroom. I don't know those noises today. I will learn those throughout this week. So I want to be aware if she spent any length of time in the crate and she was calm and now I start hearing her kind of get a little agitated, I want to take that as the opportunity to let her out, give her the opportunity to go to the bathroom. Those bathroom breaks are going to be very calm. I'm not going to engage with her very much. She's not going to be able to play. I'm not going to run around with her. I'm going to just bring her out on leash. I'm going to give her an opportunity to go to the bathroom. And if she goes, great. If she doesn't go, that's fine too. And I'll put her back in the crate. And if she doesn't go, I'm going to take notice of what kind of cry she just gave me. And was that a cry that she just wanted to get out? Or is that going to be a cry that tells me that she needs to go to the bathroom? If I have a clean puppy, so what I mean by that is a dog that naturally does not want to sleep where they poop, they're going to naturally learn to hold themselves and wait to be let out. If that's the case, and I don't know that with this puppy, and you won't know this with your puppy coming home, but in the next week, I will start figuring that out. If she does turn into a clean puppy, those little whines are gonna be something that I'm gonna take notice, but I may not let her out right away. I may wait a few minutes until she calms down and then take her out. So I'm able to only let her out when she actually needs to go to the bathroom and only let her out when she's calm. If she shows that she's a dirty puppy, I am going to be even more diligent about letting her out. If I hear her make any ounce of noise, I'm going to rush in there to let her out. And again, those potty breaks may happen a lot throughout the day, but they're very calm. That's not a time for me to feed her. That's not a time for me to play with her. It's not a time for me to interact with her. It's just go to the bathroom, get put up. I want to make sure that when I'm engaging with her, it's on my terms and when I'm ready. And I want to try to mark as best as possible when she's calm in the crate that she's going to come out and do those activities.